Okay guys, Punisher Max 17 here, and today we're going to be unboxing the HMM Blade Liger AB Bang version. And this is Van's Blue Blade Liger. Now, I don't know when I'm going to get to this, building this, but I actually had a request to upload this unboxing, so I'm going to go ahead and upload it, but probably going to be a while before I get to actually building the kit. As you can see, this here's the box art. Very nice box art. Here we have the line art for the Zoid, a picture of the Zoid, lots of different poses and things, features on the kit, and then a closer up part of the Blade Liger right there on the side. Now, for those of you that may not know what the difference between the AB Bang version and the regular Blade Liger, it's these parts right here. These, they're like thruster missile pods. I don't know, I'm not good with technical names or parts or anything, but it's these pieces. There's one on each side. That's the main difference between the Blade Liger and the AB Bang version. The Blade Liger is a little bit cheaper. Alright, let's dig right in. Put the manual on the side, get to that later. First off, we've got a big runner of blue parts. Now, it's a little darker blue than it shows up in the camera. Actually, the blue color on this pretty much exactly matches the blue that the Blade Liger should be, you know, on the box and stuff. Now, all these are the parts for the shoulder kind of parts on its four legs. I know shoulder's not the right word, but the upper part of the legs. Very nice. These are all one piece. No panel lines or anything there. Really great pieces in my opinion. We'll go ahead and get another runner of blue here. Just little pieces. Not as much detail on this kit. This is, the Blade Liger is an older model of the Zoids line. It was re-released in December. Similar to how they're doing the Geno Breaker. Actually, not the Geno Breaker was re-released. The Iron Kong was re-released in December as well. They're just having a second production run on these because Kotobukiya only does one production run, unlike Gundams, which are constantly in production pretty much. These are the figures you get with it. You can see there's a little Van, Fiona, and then a big figure of Zeke, and then the Zeke as the Zoid's core. I tell you what, these organoid figures are absolutely stunning. They're really cool. I have the Shadow one from the Geno Breaker, and here's Zeke. Really cool figures, very well painted, and they're just a great little inclusion. Alright, here's a few black pieces. Nothing too fancy there or anything. A couple of duplicate runners. Next up we have a lighter gray. Now, my guess is that these are parts for the those thrusters that I was referring to, but I can't say that with any degree of certainty. I haven't looked at what most of these parts actually are. I haven't taken that close of a look at the manual. Here's some more black parts, internal frame stuff, and got some more blue parts here. There's the sides of the head. Some other things like that. The tail. Definitely going to have to do some masking and painting on that tail. Now, one thing I have heard with these Blade Ligers is that the two parts of the head don't quite close all the way together. If you know what I mean, like right at the nose, right there, there's a little bit more of a gap than there should be, is what I've heard. But we'll see if mine's like that. We'll see if they're all that way, or if it's just the few isolated cases that we all hear because those are the people who complain about it. Here's some more inner frame. Nice little bits of detail on some of these parts. Big runners of black parts here. These are duplicate runners. You know, the most interesting parts we have here are probably the ones that go on the legs, as you can see. Most everything else is kind of undetailed, just regular parts to make it actually go together. Nothing too special. Here we have another light gray runner. I believe this is the same color that the previous one was. I like this color a lot, by the way. It looks quite nice. A lot of nice detail here for the body. I know the camera's not focusing well, but good looking pieces. On the other side, we have a black runner. Yet again, detail pieces. These pieces right here are rather interesting. I'm not actually sure what they go to. I think they might be to the blades. You can see if they have that long extension rod kind of piece on there. Probably the blades, but I'm not sure. Nice pieces on there, though. A couple more duplicate runners here. As you can see, he's got some good detail on that piece. Similar piece over there. Duplicate runners. I think this is the last runner of blue, and these are the pieces for those thruster pods on the back. And attack booster. I think that's actually what the AB refers to. I think that's right. A guy told me the other day, the Zoids collector guy, I was telling him about this kit, and he told me what it meant. I think he said attack booster. For the life of me, I can't remember. I don't know. Some more gray parts. I am looking forward to having this inner frame in 2 different shades of gray and black. I like that. I think it'll look nice. Some big tubing pieces. Probably going to paint those in metallics. Let's see, the last part on this side here are these white parts. Very, very white color. And most of these parts are for the sides of the legs. You see here, this here, and these. I think that's what these parts might be, is those ones, the little fins coming off the face of it. But that's definitely the front or the back legs. See, here we have a very, very yellow color. It's coming out a little more orange on the video, but it's very yellow. I've heard some people kind of complaining about it because it's kind of like a banana yellow color. And I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. I don't know. I'll be painting it regardless, but I can't decide if I want to paint it into gold or keep a yellow color like this. I think it might look cool in yellow. But it's the blades and the teeth, as you can see. Pretty big, menacing teeth on this guy. And then there are the white parts for the attack boosters. Next up, more black parts. These actually look like the same parts as one of the first bags that I pulled out. Those might be 4 runners of the same, actually. More yellow parts. These are the toes, separately segmented here. Unlike those of the Liger Zero, these blade Ligers seem to have completely separated toes. Now the problem with these is it's not the whole toe, it's just half, and then you have to snap it together. So you're going to have a seam line running down the middle of that toe. Luckily, it's already on a, it comes into a point, you know, where the seam would be, but probably going to have to do a little bit of removal there. Here we have the canopies in a clear orange. I'm not actually sure what the difference between this canopy and this canopy is. This actually looks more like the canopy to the Shield Liger than the Blade Liger, and I know this one's to the Blade Liger. So that may simply be an extra piece. I don't know. Here are some polycaps, pretty small ones. Let's see what else we got in here. Some silver pieces, and I tell you what, this is a great silver. No marbling to the silver here at all. Just a very, very good color. Very nice silver. And that's the same with this gold. This is a beautiful gold color. Absolutely great. Couldn't be happier with the gold. And there's a duplicate runner of the gold here, and a duplicate runner of these silver pieces here. So there's actually 4 silver runners. Next we have a brownish gray color. Now this is visibly darker than some of that other gray we were looking at earlier. And finish things off, let's see what else we got. We have a couple tube pieces and some black polycaps. Looks like more polycap kind of pieces. Not sure. Yeah, I think it's polycap material. Felt a little stiffer in the bag there. And lastly here we have these end caps molded in gray. As you can see, they are on the Blade Liger here. Not sure how I feel about the gray color. Might change that. I don't know. We'll see where I go with it. Sorry about the little cut break in the video there. My camera actually ran out of memory, so I had to fix a few things with it, but now I'm back. And I'll show off the manual now. You see the front of the manual here. Information on the Zoid as usual in Japanese. Some nice drawings of parts of the Zoid. I always loved the Kotobukiya manuals, or the HMM manuals at least, for these kind of drawings. They always look really cool. Reminds me of some of the Bandai Master Grades. And then all the details of how to put it together. Now, like I said, this is an older Zoid, and it has a different feel to the manual. There's actually a whole lot more going on in each step than there is nowadays. You know, you can look at steps like this, and there's a ton of stuff to do. There's, especially like this one, you know, there's 50 things you need to connect in one little step, you know. I'm sure it's going to be a little more difficult and confusing than previous ones, but nothing to be too concerned about. But yeah, I found it interesting, so I wanted to point out that it does have a different feel to the manual. Here's a painting guide on colors to paint it and things like that. Again. And then the back cover has about the same pictures that the side of the box has. One last thing to mention is that this Zoid does come with water slides. A lot of... Actually, these are just decals. I wish they were water slides, but unfortunately they are just decals, similar to that of the old Hasbro and Tommy Zoids, so I guess I won't be using these after all. This was the first time that I realized they're not actually water slides. So, that is a little disappointing, to be completely honest. But this is a fantastic looking model otherwise. Whole lot of pieces, a whole lot of nice looking pieces. I'm actually a lot more excited about this one than I was the Geno Breaker when I got it. So the odds are I'm actually going to do this one first. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.